We are paging Dr. Paul this morning as RSV can infect people of any age, but it can cause the most problems in the very young or very, very old. Babies less than a year old are at the highest risk, so Dr. Paul is back with some advice for parents this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
Okay, let's first talk about what exactly RSV is.
Yeah, it's a respiratory syncytial virus. It's a virus that for me and you causes a common cold. In elderly, it causes perhaps more serious disease, but in very young children, specifically kids less than a year of age, causes what's called bronchiolitis. It's the leading cause of admission to hospital in young babies. It really, I've seen thousands of cases, really, and they basically present like they have a huge asthmatic attack. They can't breathe, they struggle, and so it is a very bad disease. And up until very recently, we couldn't do anything about it. There was no prevention, which is good news story.
However, tell us the good news story because it has changed.
Yes. So as of last year, there was something available that is actually an injection that's given to babies at birth or in the first couple of months that actually gives them antibodies that protects them against RSV. So we started it last year, and we vaccinated about 75% of all babies, and we saw a tremendous decrease in RSV admissions in babies. And not only us, but on Quebec as well. Quebec covered it for free, and it's free, by the way. You can get it at the hospital or your local public health unit, and so it's called nirsevimab. It's just an injection of antibodies, really, and it protects the baby for at least 6 to 8 months, and that's where they're most prone. So if people are out there, if you're expecting a baby or had a baby, talk to your doctor in the hospital. They will offer you that shot for the baby, and it'll protect the baby. And believe me, it really works, and it's worth it because I've seen babies suffer. They have short-term consequences. You know, babies are admitted to the intensive care unit. They can't breathe. And they can be long-term consequences to RSV. They can have higher rates of asthma later on in life. So it's a good news story. There's also another vaccine that mothers can take during pregnancy that then they get the antibodies themselves and then they give it to the baby through the placenta.
Pass it on.
But again, we believe the other one is a bit better, but it's a choice for parents. Both are free in Ontario, so just ask your doctor. RSV is a bad disease, and I'm very happy that now we have something that can prevent it. It's really good news.
Absolutely. And for parents who are worried about symptoms, what are some symptoms of cases of RSV?
So first of all, it starts like a cold, but in young babies, really it is difficulty breathing. They're tugging, their lips may turn blue, they won't feed. And really that's one of the causes of admission to hospital. And by the way, it's not only RSV. If any child gets those symptoms, difficulty breathing, like they're choking or struggling to breathe, then that's a reason to go to a hospital emergency room. But with RSV in particular, they also wheeze. It's almost like having a small asthma attack in young children. And so there's no treatment, and fortunately, again, we now can prevent it. This is really great news. It's been something that's been, challenging us for many, many years, and this is great news, and I'm glad that Ontario is covering it for free.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us the great news about RSV and some new measures out there that you can take to help the cause. Thank you so much for joining us.